Wow.
Yes, everybody, welcome to the Season 32 Calder Cup Championship edition of Quick Wrap. I've got with me the Rochester Americans, +1. Mr. +1 here. So you will notice here I've got the management team with me. I've got the GM, Semp. How you doing, Semp?
What's up?
Very good, up there in the upper left corner. AGM, General Jobo.
What's up?
Very nice, very nice. And then, of course, Studz, the other AGM.
What's up, boys?
And you may not know, but the bottom right guy here in the bright red hat, that is your Game 7 hero right there. That is a Canadian Hobo. and he's silent. Very good. So first and foremost, guys, congratulations, Season 32 champs. How does it feel?
Pretty fucking good, dude.
Feels amazing, man.
Pretty great.
I gotta say, pretty fucking good is an understatement. So I understand it's the first championship for a few of you. Semp, of course, has won a Stanley Cup before. He's a fucking stud. The rest of you guys, no championships. This is the first one. How's that first taste of champagne?
Great.
Great.
Say fuck you to all the doubters and all the dicks.
Jobo, why are you in Game 7, bud?
That was the question. Hobo, why are you in Game 7? I think you proved why you're in Game 7. So we'll go right ahead here, and I'll get right to the questions. Unless anybody has anything they want to say before we get going.
I'm good.
Feeling good right now. You just won the championship maybe 30 minutes ago. Nothing right now?
Yeah, that party was pretty good, though. That was a hype
We had a 20-person party going.
That was shit.
Okay, so I'm just going to recap a little bit here. You guys had a pretty good season. You had the second most goals in the AHL this season, so you guys were scoring at no problem at all. Right behind the Moose, who were first with 283 goals. You guys had 276. So scoring was not a problem. But you guys came out of the gates on fire this season. You went 8-1 in Week 1. Week 5 and 6 combined, you went 9-9. So, is that what prompted the whole Dimitri trade? Is that the thing that sort of got you going? Or did Stockton come to you and say, hey, we got to move Dimitri. He wants to go here. Who wants to answer that?
I'm not gonna lie. I was looking around. There was a little bit of drama going around in the team chat with a few players. Not gonna name no names yet. But other than that, I saw Dimitri go on the block, and I know Dimitri pretty well from season 27 and beat the shit out of me in the finals. Other than that, I made the offer and they accepted.
So
I was glad to have.
you were the guy to do it then?
Yeah, I was the guy who made the offer.
Okay.
Great trade.
What about you, Jobo and Studz? How did you feel about that trade? Were you happy to see Dimitri come over?
You can go ahead, son.
It was kind of bittersweet for me, because like half my line, because T-Ball ended up quitting, and Flyers and Addy were my other line mates, so to see them go kind of sucked. But, I mean, bringing in Dimitri was kind of huge, and that obviously helped us in the playoffs and eventually win, so can't complain with that.
Yeah, you guys are obviously deep enough to absorb that kind of a loss, right? To lose a couple of roster guys to get one in, you were deep enough to do it. So, kudos to you for doing that. What did you think, Jobo? Were you happy to see Dimitri coming in?
Yeah, I was happy because I got someone to carry me.
It's always
I was pretty excited. I knew how good he was.
It's always good to have a guy with a nice big backpack, Nice,
Yeah,
nice
definitely.
young, strong back there on Dimitri.
Gotta carry Jobo, so.
What about you, Hobo? Were you thrilled with that move?
Yeah, there was a little bit of cancer going on both teams, I guess. So both teams stirred that up. I think one team regained the cancer, but it was all right. They got knocked out and we won, so it was a great season.
Just a little bit of a cancer swap there. Little leukemia for a little bit of kidney cancer there. I don't know how that worked out, but it did. So good for you guys. Next sort of question I have for you is you were sort of a favorite for almost the entire playoffs. And for the most part, you were breezing by your opponents. What happened against San Antonio that you went down 3-1? before rallying for that Game 7 win. What happened? How did you get down 3-1?
I think it was partly due to a bail, because like on Mother's Day, only one line could play, so that kind of handcuffed a little bit. Plus, we didn't have home ice, so that obviously is a factor too.
Hashtag choke with 14 seconds left.
That was bad. I literally turned off my phone. I'm like, all right, we're on the game, and I came back in the chat, and I was like, oh fuck, we lost. I'm like sick.
They're a good team though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, kudos.
They didn't give up.
I think we underestimated them a little tiny bit too, because we were breezing through the playoffs, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't take them as heavily as we should have.
Yeah.
But in the end, we had depth, brought us through.
So Hobo, you wanted to get in here late. You were petitioning. Put me in the show. Put me in the show. So I'm expecting some fireworks out of you here. Like you're here now.
I was told to keep calm.
You've got a big chat box presence, right? So now it's time to have a little bit of a media presence here. The camera's on.
Yeah. I'm a big chat box warrior. Love it, even though everyone's a dick to me. But it's super fun just to, be around. People are dicks. It's still like a good atmosphere, get away from the real world that I don't do anything in. But it was, I wanted to be on the show, I said like 4 weeks ago I wanted to be with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You were actually petitioning to do a co-hosting sort of gig with me here.
So I figured I'd start you off, get to see my beautiful face on stream, give everyone a few chubbies, and we get going.
That's the selling feature right there. That face is the selling feature. I'm sold now. I'm definitely gonna slide an offer to you through your DMs, as you young people say, sliding into your DMs. Is that the proper terminology? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I'm way out of touch. Okay, so I'll give you guys an opportunity here in a moment to sort of do your shout outs and say what you got to say, and fuck the naysayers if you wish. Other than the Dimitri move, which we've already covered, was there a move you guys made this season, or was there sort of a pivotal point where you were like, okay, now we're good. This is the thing. Hobo obviously thinks he's the one, so.
Wow.
Yeah, one definitely comes to mind for the.
To thank Snoopy.
Yeah, Poochie Snoopy. I was getting to for Zathel. I love downtown, but downtown and I forget who the TC was for Zathel. I mean, Zathel. I mean, this guy gets 70 points.
You can take it.
I hate to say this, but I gotta thank Wickley Moist for that one, because he told me to go get him.
Yeah, he was a party presence. He wasn't very happy.
Gotta hate to say it, but with all the beef that we've been having, hate to say it.
Just fucking
He's the one
snaking.
that told me to try to get him. He was at the party.
And Moist is known to mix it up a little, that's for sure.
Just a little bit.
He does it in the chat box. He does it in the parties. He's done it here with me in media. Yeah, he's definitely a character for sure. What about you, Jobo? What did you have a moment this season where you said, hey, this is the time, this is the thing?
Well, as soon as we cut the cancer, it was pretty smooth road from there.
Yeah, it was a little rough at the start though.
Little chemotherapy, little radiation treatment, and you were good to go, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think that Dimitri move is probably the one that helped us over the top.
Right, that feels like the obvious answer, right? Because that's a big name guy, and he was heavily considered for the I don't even know what it's called, but the Defenseman of the Year. I think he was actually in the top 3 here, making the ballot here. So, anytime you can pick up a player like that, I guess that's a huge move. But that Zathel move, that ain't too shabby either.
No.
No, we were surprised he said yes to that one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Snoopy.
Poor Snoopy, always getting shit on. But I guess that's why you name yourself Poopy Snoopy.
Right now.
Yeah. Great trade.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but he sent him down to you, right? Yeah.
He traded.
Okay, so I don't really have any other questions for you, but I did have a question about the Game 7 itself. I missed part of it, as I was mentioning to you before we went live here, because I had to go deal with the dog groomer. That's my sad fucking existence right there. But how cool is it to be Game 7, Calder Cup Finals, in overtime, How fucking sweaty were you during that moment right there?
Sweaty.
Sweaty.
As soon as I tied that up, like I started screaming, we started getting pumped, and like it was our game. Like we're going, we're getting.
Yeah.
I wanted to kill you, Jobo, though.
I almost
Fucking two penalties. You SOB.
that was bold.
Should have heard me in the party.
I knew Semp was ready to rip me if you
Oh, he was already ripping you.
Oh, I was ripping it.
Could have been the GOAT, or could have been the what is that? The GOAT. Well, it's a different
Both ways.
meaning for GOAT. Yeah.
He could have been the shitty goat.
Could have been the shitty GOAT. Well, I'd say again, congratulations. That's an amazing thing. I myself just made the playoffs for the first time this season, so it's to see you guys go all the way to the Calder. That's awesome. I hope to have that experience myself one day. I guess I kind of open it up to each of you right now. If you want to do a shout out, anything you want to say, get off your chest, someone you want to thank, it's open forum. Now's your chance. And I guess we'll let the GM start. He is the GM after all. So Semp, you got anything you want to say?
I'm gonna start off with thanking PHJ, man. Guy's a fucking goat. We wouldn't have got here without him. No way.
Great coach, too. PhD is a great fucking coach.
Great coach.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Great coach.
PH,
Other than that, I got one other guy.
please do.
That's T-Ball. I want to say one thing, you're a little bitch. I want to say that's all I got for you. I'm not wasting time on.
No love for T-Ball, but PHJ getting all that love. I'll say I like PHJ as well. Good guy, like me, an older guy. But fuck, dude, your equipment blows. I'll say it over and over again. Get rid of the orange helmet.
Hey
You
man,
said he changed it, didn't he? Didn't you say he changed it?
I think he did change it. Yeah,
He did.
I didn't notice it, but yeah, I'm gonna bag on him forever about it.
One last thing.
Please.
15.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said I have one last thing. Thank you to the whole team. You guys fucking battled through the whole playoffs. There was some cancer from a few players. I'm not gonna name them names because we still got there, still did it. But other than that, y'all are beauties.
Well said. Jobo, you want to add to that at all?
I guess Naka, he helped everything. Even though his team kind of went downhill pretty quick, he still made us his priority to help us get as better as we could. So I'd like to thank him.
That's classy right there. What about Studz? Studz, you got anything to say?
I mean, just like the whole entire team, my line especially, like when my line of just myself, Clashy, Nico, Jobo, Dimitri came together, I don't know, it was just something great. So, and obviously in the playoffs we proved that too, going 7-1 or something like that. So, I mean, that's pretty good on its own.
Yeah, chemistry is a beautiful thing. When it works, it works.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I guess I saved the big man for last here. What do you gotta say, Hobo? You got anything you wanna get off your chest here?
Well, I would just, I guess I'll take a page out of Semp's book. I'll thank Wickley Moist for always being a dick and just, let me show him up that he's nothing. First round, 2 years in a row, can't even make it out. And then I guess, I can thank my thumbs because I'm the greatest of all time. G.O.A.T's a big one too, because I told him I'd bite the bullet on Rockford, but if he could trade me somewhere that would go far, I'd like it, and he traded me here, and we won the ship. So,
Nothing wrong with that. Well, I think that probably concludes it. You guys can now all go and have some alcoholic beverages or Kool-Aid. I don't know how old you guys are. Maybe some of you need some Kool-Aid.
Studz is underage.
Yeah, Studz, you look pretty young. Go get yourself some fucking Kool-Aid, okay? Get some of that cherry or lime or something.
My little juice box.
Yeah, double up on the sugar. It's your night, buddy. But for the rest of you, enjoy this. You earned it. Awesome series, awesome playoffs, you guys. It was a pleasure, and I wasn't involved, but I was watching it, and it was good stuff. And thank you for being here and doing this with me. I really enjoy doing these things. It's fun for the community. I think it's a nice little tip of the hat to the guys who did it, who won the championship, and gives you a chance to sort of, do something other than just write it in a thread and say, thanks to the other team, which is always kind of boring. But thank you for being here, and thanks for making the time, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And kudos as well to San Antonio. Great try. Got to the end. just couldn't get it done. But it was always next year. And I guess until season 33, I'll be back again with the show. But we're gonna sign off for now, and we'll see you then. Have a great summer, guys, and we'll see you soon.